the historic Formula Ford family. They're getting ready for the opening rounds of the 2015 season on the Thruxton circuit, the fast flowing track to start off the season here in 2015, and it is the Mitchell front row. It's Ben Mitchell that sits on pole position, only returned to the series for after a few years out. Alongside him will be Richard Mitchell, novice driver. He raced in the Walter Hayes Trophy last year, but that is all. Max Bartel returns, the runner-up from last season, will start alongside Simon Toyd. Tiff Nadell, fifth gear presenter, he starts fifth with James Buckton alongside him. Jonathan Baines, his first race in the season as he moves over from the Classic Racing Car Series, will start alongside Stuart Baird, Brian Morris and Will Nuttall on row 5. Right, we're about to go racing for the first time in 2015. We ride on board with Stuart Baird, and he gets a very good start indeed. He's pulling up alongside Max Bartel, who's made a slow start, and James Buckton in the 60 car. Round down hard we go, then he's get bottled in behind Simon Toyn if he's not careful. If we go down towards the complex for the first time, it's Ben Mitchell that's got the best start. Richard Mitchell looking around the outside, can't do that. Simon Toyn goes up on the inside of him and gets second position. So Toyn into second. Stuart Baird also trying to get past Richard Mitchell as they turn their way through the field and getting away nice. It's a 28 car entry here this weekend, and Ben Mitchell's made the break through the complex. It's Toyn there in second with Baird third. So Baird up to third, Richard Mitchell down to fourth quarter. They go through Noble. Mitchell slides out very wide there, and now a flat out all the way to the chicane to slipstreaming. Of course, it's going to be very easy around this circuit, and that's what Stuart Baird's going to try and do here. He's sitting in the slipstream with Simon Toyn as we head down towards Church Corner. The famous right-hander is just an easing off the power slightly for Baird. Sitting in the slipstream now, going up Woodham Hill towards the chicane. Toyn defends, but that extra speed from the slipstream of Baird is going to put him up into second. But under braking, can Toyn get him back? No, Baird took that line, he's up to second. Can he catch Ben Mitchell to his first race in the series after a few years out? He's won the championship before though, as has Sam. And his dad Westy, who was out in the car in Classic Racing Cars earlier on today. So there's Ben Mitchell, your race leader. Toyn fighting back on Baird now. He's looking down the inside into the complex. He gets that place done, that move done. Got Mitchell there in fourth. Richard Mitchell in the car the Michael O'Brien race last season. Then Tiff Nadell in his Autosport winning car from over 40 years ago now. It's like field flow through then. Competitive grid as always in the historic Formula Ford Championship. On board with Richard Mitchell then in the Speed Sport run car. He's going to look for a way past Stuart Baird, but up on the inside comes Tiff Nadell. So Nadell in the Lotus there goes fourth. Ex Formula 1 and British touring car racer, but Mitchell fighting back towards Church Corner. The Merlin goes back ahead of the Lotus into fourth place then for Mitchell once more. Now chasing Stuart Baird up the hill. Ben Mitchell continuing to pull away from the field though. Once you make that break in Formula... And as Mitchell locks up under braking and he spins right on the middle of the circuit as well, so hopefully no one's going to collect him. No, he gets the car back moving, but he's going to fall a long, long way down the field. And the novice driver Richard Mitchell's going very well up until that point. There's Ben Mitchell then continuing to pull away. Simon Toyn in second. Battle on for third though. Stuart Baird trying to hold Tim Nadell off. Nadell up on the inside into the complex, and he gets it done. So Nadell goes third. There's Bartel in fifth, who made that slower start than perhaps what he would have wanted. Good battle here with Kaviri and Stansel. That's Kevin Stansel right behind Petty Kaviri. Then we've got David Innes in there as well. The battle for third rages on though. Through Noble they go. We can go back on board with Baird. So he sits in the slipstream of Tiff Nadell then. Oh, Baird slides there through the corner towards the white line. Keeps it on the tarmac though where he wants to, but that's allowed Max Bartel down the inside. So into fourth position now goes Bartel, who, like I say, dropped back after not an ideal start from him. Of course, he was the runner-up last year. Bartel was at the end of lap 1, down about 7th or 8th position. So he'd really had to force his way back through the pack, and that's what he's done, doing well as well. Holds off Baird into the chicane as they complete just another lap. They go past the big crowd here of the Easter Revival into Allard, and Bartos really managed to get away there. A good exit to the chicane from him. Very different lines from Bartel and Baird there. As James Buckton comes through, Buckton into 5th. So Stuart Baird off that fantastic start, going from 8th to 2nd on lap 1. Now starting to drop back down the field. On board with Jonathan Baines in, as we were saying, first race in historic Formula Fords this weekend. The ex-hill climber, the secondary school teacher from Stockport, is chasing down Brian Morris, who's been passed by Danny Stanzel. Stanzel slides his car wide. I don't think the BMX rider Danny Stanzel minds his car sliding around too much. Baines with a good slipstream of Brian Morris here. Brian Morris leaving just about a car width for Baines to go down the inside, and again using that slipstream, but then onto the brakes. He's late on the brakes, getting right under the gearbox of Danny Stanzel, actually having to rethink about that, did Baines, not to run into the back of the car. That's actually allowed Danny Stanzel to get away, who slides his way out of the chicane. Very good exit to the corner from Baines. Now puts himself back on to the tail of Stanzel as they go through Allard.
Up into 5th place is the Eldon, number 60 of the expense.
So they come down towards the complex. There's the Buckton and the Baird battle, 5th and 6th. That would of course change the last time around at this very point of the circuit. Here's the battle for 7th. Stanzel holding on ahead of Baines and Morris. 7th, 8th and 9th this is then as they turn their way through the complex. Bit of a tighter line possibly there from Baines. So now he gets a better exit down towards Noble. The two cars are going side by side here, the Alden and the Merlin. Nowhere around the outside there though for Baines, so he's going to have to slip back underneath Stanzel. See where he can find a way through. Stanzel carries a lot of speed through the corners, it seems. But Baines now in the slipstream down towards Church Corner. Stanzel not lifting off there at all. Just pulls a little gap there. Baines just clipping the curve on the exit. But he has a great run out the corner with the hand of the slipstream, of course, puts himself up on the inside. And he's going to go ahead of Stanzel, who we now ride on board with. So up into 7th for Baines, down to 8th for Stanzel. Stanzel, novice last season, of course, improved as the year went on, and now running well inside the top 10, establishing himself as a top 10 runner in the historic Formula Ford 1600 Championship. Jonathan Baines in his first race in this championship as well, already really establishing himself as a runner inside the top 10. There's a slightly muff gear change there from Stanzel. We're now riding on board with his dad Kevin, who's chasing a smoky David Innes. Let's hope there's no fluid coming out of his car. So then he continues to chase them down in front. It's David Innes, as we say, directly in front of him. Try and work out who else this battle. It's a good multi-car battle. Here comes Stanzel round the outside of Innes. And through Church Corner as well. They're going side by side through Church. Like Innes was getting a bit squirrely on the inside, and Kevin Stanzel's gone right round him. Good move that. They're heading up the hill. We're now having a look on the inside, and that's Roland Svensson. No way through there. Svensson had that controlled. clobbering the curves over the chicane. And down towards Allard. Very fast first corner here at Thruxton. Precision stuff all the way round. A good run there from Stansel, now up on the inside of Spenson. And again over the curbs. Has he got it done? No, Spenson stays ahead. But politely compromising his exit to the complex for speed, but no, he carried the speed well. It's good battles all the way through the field in the historic Formula Ford Championship run by the HSCC. Stands right back on him now, heading towards Church Corner then. And they're going to run side by side down there. The inside for Stansel, he seems good through here. And he goes through. Richard Mitchell then, he's on his recovery drive, right behind the battle between Stansel and Morris. So this is 8th, 9th and 10th. Remember, Mitchell spun on the second lap down towards chicane. Locked up under braking, the rear end overtook the front. So now is Brian Morris going to let him go or defend? Well, it looks like he was trying to defend there, but Mitchell going right round him at the left kink before the complex, and Mitchell gets it done then. So now he's on to Danny Sternsel. Mitchell in the Speed Sport entered car. Into Noble. He looks to the inside, but Stansel carries a lot more speed through there. Mitchell's car really moving about, as is Stansel's. Down towards Church Corner again, Mitchell closes in, but Stansel carrying the speed through the corners, using the momentum well. Remember, he's not running the slipstream where Mitchell is, and he catches him up an incredible amount of knots there, going up towards the chicane, and Mitchell's easily got that done even before the braking zone. So he moves up into 8th position. So there's Ben Mitchell. Battle for second is on. Max Bartel's into second. Both him and Tiff Liddell got ahead of time twice. So these three have completely rotated round since we last saw them. Bartel now at the front of the queue, Toyn at the back, and Liddell's still there in the middle. James Buckton lapping one of the slower cars. Now Richard Mitchell onto the tail of Jono Baines. As they chase down, as Mitchell goes through, Mitchell ahead of Baines, they're chasing down Stuart Baird, so Mitchell up into 7th position now. Can he get 6th away from Baird? He's looking on the inside, he's through, into Church Corner then, so it's Mitchell, Baird, Baines, 6th, 7th and 8th, up towards the chicane. Baines thinking about a move here. Can't do anything this time, it seems. Nope. Clobbering the curbs.
Personal best.
So there's Ben Mitchell.
2 seconds exactly.
Through the complex battle for second come. Bartel still ahead of Liddell and Toyn.
Mitchell up into 6th place now.
Now Richard Mitchell chasing down James Buckton. Battle for 7th continuing though. Baird against Baines. Through they go. See a bit further back what battles we've got to watch. Well, Andrew Mansell and Kevin Stansel have got together. Mansell late on the brakes into the complex to keep himself ahead. With David Innes, Matt Wrigley, Dan Pickett and James Lovett. Quartet of cars having a nice scrap. Back on board to Kevin Stansel as he chases Andrew Mansell. They're battling for something like 11th position. Well into the closing stage of this one now, about 5 minutes left of this one. And that is all. So if you're going to make a move, you want to make it soon. And that's what Baines is doing. He's up on the inside of bed, into the chicane. He has to use the slipstream there effectively. And he's through into what is now 7th place. Stuart Baird down to 8th. I think that's where he started. Oh, did he clip the grass there heading into Allard? Trying to optimise all the race circuit available. Maybe a touch too much. Any disaster though has been avoided. Aboard of Richard Mitchell, who's chasing down James Buckton for 5th position. Remember, Mitchell spun on lap 2, dropped outside the top 10, and now up on the inside into Church Corner to get 5th position.
On the second lap.
There's Ben Mitchell, our race leader. Bartel in second. They're trying to close in on Mitchell, a little too late maybe, and now down the inside to get second place. Bartel trying to fight back, can't do it there though. He's going to have to watch out now because he's got Simon Toyn right on his gearbox, heading onto the fast stuff. Heading towards Noble. It's Nadal in second, Bartel third, Toyn 4th. Let's see, there's the battle for 5th. That's Richard Mitchell now ahead of James Buckton, who flings the car sideways. Baines and Baird not far back either. There's Kaviri. He's running in 11th. There's Maxwell in 12th in fact. And 13th Stanzel. He's got Royal and Spencer down the inside. Side by side they run. Kevin Stanzel though keeping the speed through the complex to hold on, and David Innes' car still puffing smoke out. Wherever you are in the race, you're getting someone to battle with. And Ronan Svensson down the inside of Kevin Stanzel to get 12th position. No, he doesn't. It's staying in front, does Stanzel, carrying the speed through the corners. Just like we saw Danny doing earlier. Through Church. From this angle it looks so easy, doesn't it, Church Corner, but ask any of the drivers, they'll definitely tell you that it's not. Roland Spencer using the slipstream, he's on the inside up Woodham Hill towards the chicane. David Innes trying to get involved as well. Through the chicane they've gone. Smoke continuing to pour out the back of Innes' car. There's Danny Stanzel then. New livery. And off has gone Brian Morris. He's in the barriers. He's out of the race with a broken car. Brian Morris at least broke one of the corners off there. On to the final lap. It's Ben Mitchell that leads the Rest Express Formula Ford 1600. Merlin leads the way. Martel's got away for a second. It's side by side for third. Tippledale holding on ahead of Simon Toyn. Third and fourth then having a great battle. But Max Martel's pulled away. He's going to hold on to second here. Ben Mitchell on for the win. But who's going to get third place on the podium? They're side by side. Nadal holding on. There's Danny Stanzel then, as he passes the stricken car of Brian Morris, who's coming round the bend next. Well, it'll be the 10th place car of Pieti Kaviri, being chased by Andrew Mansell, Roland Spencer, Kevin Stanzel, David Innes. Great battle this is, with Matt Wrigley on the back of it. Ben Mitchell then the winner here of the first round of the championship, winning by 2 seconds over Max Bartel. Tiff Riddell did hold on to third ahead of Simon Toy. And Richard Mitchell, the novice driver, the only novice driver in the field, taking 5th. James Buckton in 6th position, with Jonathan Baines in 7th. Stuart Baird took 8th ahead of Danny Standel in 9th, for Perty Kaviri in 10th position. The fastest lap went to Max Bartel. That was quicker than anyone did in qualifying, a 1 minute 23.57. That's over 100 miles per hour average around the circuit. So picking up the novice trophy was Richard Mitchell. Top 3, third position Tiff Riddell, second Max Bartel, and the winner Ben Mitchell. And David Innes won the Avon Tyres Award.